Let me take you guys back to the younger days, to my high school days. I was in about 10th grade when the very first iPhone was released. Yes, the very first one. Pretty sure most of you guys weren't even born when that came out. The best thing about it is that it introduced a camera phone. Literally, the iPhone, the very first iPhone, had the best camera on a phone in the market. How did we take pictures before that? Well, hell, most of us didn't even have phones. We used this magical thing called a camera. And what it would do is it would take images, that's it, just images, on this specific device. You take it home and put it on your desktop. Now, it became a little complicated to get nudes back in my day because you had to send it through something called Yahoo. Not Gmail, Yahoo. Upload the images on the email and then send it to my email. And hope to God that while I'm on my computer, no one else is watching. Even worse, the lines of communications were terrible. In order for me to talk to some young things, I had to go home, pick up the phone, a house phone, if you guys don't know what that means. It's a phone specifically for the house. Call up that person's house, hope that they're there, and then possibly answer to a mother, a father, a grandmother, be like, hey, how you doing? I'm here for such and such and so-and-so. It was completely terrible. So the lines of communication were not easy. Also want to point out that there was this pretty young thing at my high school that I really wanted to get with. And I know she was digging the TheCaliEffect because if you can't dig it, then you got the wrong shovel. Now the problem was I couldn't talk to her because I knew her father, military dude, would break me in two. I was maybe 120 pounds, soaking wet in high school. Her mama, no nonsense, My little baby ain't talking to no little boys. Why? So you can go get her pregnant? Not happening. So I missed my shot. I didn't take it. And I definitely suffered the consequences because pretty young thing, she wound up getting with another dude and I just wound up being salty for the whole year. That's exactly what could be happening to you guys right now. There are some very specific decks that are just really powerful, underrated, some that you guys just aren't playing. Now, I'm not saying these decks are tier 1, but I am saying that they could provide another wrinkle to your strategy or just another deck that you might want to play for fun to catch your opponent completely off guard. I'm TheCaliEffect, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, then go and destroy that subscribe button. But more importantly, go ahead and hit that notification bell because, well, I'm sorry, I bruised my shoulder, so we still strong though. Also want to give a special thanks to every single one of my Patreons. Without you guys, videos like this would not be possible. I appreciate you guys' continued support. You are awesome. We also have, just in case you guys didn't know, we have a lot of discussions on the Discord. So if you guys are a part of my Patreon or just want to talk on Discord, then links down below in the comment section. Without further ado, I present to you some underrated decks. Some decks that you guys are completely missing out with this format. Okay, so coming in hot at number 3 of the most underplayed decks that you guys should definitely be aware of is Mermail. Now, I know there are some players that do play Mermail, but if you ask me, it's far and few between. This deck is a lot more powerful than the sisters would like to give off. Mermail is a very Link-compatible deck. Hell, with Topologic Gumblar Dragon, Mermail can actually rip 5 cards out of your opponent's hand. That's right, 5 cards. Actually, it can probably rip all of the cards, all 6 cards out of your opponent's hand. Now that I think about Mullen Glacier and the Gumblar, yeah, the deck's pretty ridiculous. You couple that with the fact that it's a very Link-based deck, it can actually make cards like Mastar Boy to recur resources, if not extra link your opponent with Trigate Wizard. The deck's really powerful. Another great thing about Mermail is that it's really versatile. The ability to make synchro plays. You know, summon monsters like Trishula for ease, summon monsters like Coral Dragon to disrupt your opponent. It can go to Synchro route. It can actually make Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. It has so much versatility, and even Exceed route is still really good. Monsters like Bahamut Shark and it's totally awesome. Sauce. Abyss Dweller is one of the most powerful cards in the Yu-Gi-Oh game right now, completely stopping Gokis in its tracks. Sky Strikers might not have a huge problem with it, but paired with the fact that it gives all your water monsters 500 attack and he's 2200 on his own right, Mermails just have it. This OTK / fast-paced deck can also control the board really well. And what it does best, man, you guys won't even know. I'm telling you, you can actually play it like Burning Abyss. All those hand traps, Sekka's Light, you're sleeping on a very good deck, ladies and gentlemen. Number 2 on this list. I don't understand why people don't play this deck. Yes, I do kind of understand. Electromite is at 1, but this deck still has so much more to offer. Pendulum-based decks. Now, Pendulum is so much of it's just a concept that's almost seemingly unstoppable, even with the Electromite hit. Mainly because while Pendulum Editions took a huge hit with Electromite 1, it's still a really good contender. You have cards like Magical Abductor, or whatever it wants to call itself, that can add Pendulum monsters from the deck to the hand as long as you activate spell cards. What kind of trash is that? Seriously, guys. You can even search cards like Effect Veiler that's really good into this format. But taking that aside, there's actually multiple variants of Pendulums that can be very successful. I feel like Zephyra is a really good contender, not only because it's the most searchable Pendulum deck, it also has built-in Synchros and Exceed plays that makes like True Kings of all Calamities and Gothams and stuff like that to completely disrupt your opponent. But even more importantly, it has built-in trap card like disruptions, trap card like negates. You guys know back in the day when we played Magician, it was like, oh, triple negate, too strong, all that's real good. Well, this one kind of has it like in the form of traps, which is extremely powerful when you pair it with your monsters. The last deck that we're going to be talking about, or the last Pendulum-based deck, I feel is really viable, is Metal Foes, for the people that don't want to just completely lose their Electromite as soon as it goes to the graveyard. Not only does it have the ability to recur Electromite, it's probably one of the most disruptive normal decks in the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. Why? Because it has access to Rescue Rabbit, Rescue Hamster, it can recycle Electromite, and on top of that, those fusion plays are disruptive. Pendulum is definitely a deck that a lot of people think of. A lot of people sleep on. It's very powerful. I think that a lot more people should be playing it because of its abilities to make boards. It's too strong. Now, before we get into number 1, I know there's going to be quite a few people posting down in the comment section, hey, TheCaliEffect, what about this strategy? Well, I'm going to give you guys a couple of honorable mentions, and I want you guys to post down below in the comment section what decks are really powerful. That's decks that you guys should be playing. I feel like Burning Abyss should have made this list. There's not enough Burning Abyss players in the world. Seriously. As much love as the deck gets, no one seems to pilot it right. Not even myself. It's really good. It's tier 1. Let's just face it, Burning Abyss could be the best deck of the format, and it still won't dominate 60% of the tops. Why? I don't know. Dinos, another amazing deck. It has synergy to pair itself with Burning Abyss. It has synergy to pair itself with Lightsworn. It has synergy to be a standalone deck, True King versions. It has so many ways to incorporate its strategy to make it dominant. There are so many more decks, I just can't think of any off the top of my head that I should be talking about in this list. But again, I want you guys to post down below in the comment section, what decks do I miss? And as long as you guys don't put Battling Boxers, we'll be okay. Number 1 on this list, I couldn't give it to just one deck because both of these strategies share a similarity. They disrupt the board, and they have the biggest weakness of every meta deck right now built in. Both Ritual Beast and Metaphys are extremely powerful, damn near underrated. On the Metaphys side, we have the ability to disrupt your opponent through Deathless when it's special summoned, destroying or banishing, I believe. Whatever, it gets rid of all special summon monsters on the field nonetheless. Very powerful. And onto the Ritual Beast side, you have a searchable trap card that allows you to destroy monsters on your opponent's side of the field on resolution equal to the number of Ritual Beast monsters you control. Now, Ritual Beast does have a little bit more of the search side, having Ritual Beast ulti Ganahawk, and as long as you can keep spamming that monster to your side of the field, you'll be able to search any card that you want, and it has a little better recursion through the effects of your Ritual Beast Ambush, allowing you to special summon those Ritual Beast monsters. But Metaphys is an anti-meta deck on its own. The ability to have banished cards in your deck like Necroface and gain advantage while disrupting your opponent. Different Dimension Ground, not only does it disrupt your opponent, but you gain much more advantage through Metaphys than in Ritual Beast. But one thing that these decks both have in common is that different dimensional ground. Very ground-breaking card. Get it? Ground-breaking card. that can put your opponent in an entirely different space. It is great. Cards like that, Macrocosmos, Dimensional Fissure, Necroface, are prime cards that can completely destroy your opponent. Why? Because we're in an era where graveyards are really important again. And playing cards like that can completely put your opponent in a position where they're gonna be having to pick up their deck and go to the next round because you can secure that W. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of The Cali Effect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. Let us know down below in the comment section that we are awesome. And by we, I mean me, but still, I really do appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys are having a great day like I am.